Well, hello, Aquarius. It's 12/9/2020. This is a cosmic weather forecast for you, Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. And it just occurred to me that your Venus sign could be picking up on this as well. I might add that to the description box because I didn't mention it to the other people's videos. So, in their videos or whatever. I speak English, I do. I mostly understand the concepts involved in putting sentences together, but occasionally I make mistakes, okay? I'm human. Aquarius, we're talking about sex. We're experiencing Venus in Scorpio. It's really coming through for me in a way of like, let's really get into healthy expressions of sexual desire and intimacy. Also just working through some of the wounding that we have in these different areas. Okay, I'm getting uncomfortable. So I made a different video. I made a video that I posted maybe on Monday. The first video that I posted this week is for everyone to check out and goes over in more detail, like why I want to talk about this and some of the concepts like sacred consent, sacred sexuality, sacred pleasure, sacred orgasm, and the manifestation powers of pleasure and orgasm as well. So check that out, that first video, because it will...
Are you ending the video?
What's that?
Are you ending the video?
I ended the other one. This is the beginning of the Aquarius video. So, yeah, okay, so check that out, and then... I just thought of something I wanted to tell you, but I lost it. Well, let's read. Let's read together, and then we'll see if I remember what else. Aquarius. Jupiter and Saturn are tightening a square to your ruler, the planet Uranus, which is backing up into this square with the ruler of Capricorn and also the ruler of Sagittarius as well. We know that the ruler of Capricorn is the traditional ruler of Aquarius. So, okay, these two planets, Jupiter and Saturn are moving through, they're almost done in Capricorn, and they are about to enter your territory, Aquarius. But as they're doing that, they're making a tense angle called a square to a planet that is your ruler that is in the sign of Taurus. And this to me feels like so much and tremendous amounts of pressure being put on Aquarius, sun, moon, and risings. And this will be coming from all over the place. It's coming from Saturn and taking responsibility and showing up for work and filling out the appropriate paperwork for the government or whatever those things are. It's like admin work and rules, maybe even the rules of the pandemic affecting you in a way right now that they hadn't before, that is making you feel pretty challenged. I'm going to say angry and frustrated. And then there's also this sense that like, if I want to be successful, or if I want this thing to be a success, whatever it is, then parts of me I have to give away to get that done. And that is feeling very unhealthy to me. There's also some pressure coming from this liberator, revolutionizing energy that's happening in Taurus with your ruler. That is like, you're not even on the front lines. Are you even a revolutionary? Is sort of what that feels like to me. And sometimes the most revolutionary act, you might find this boring that we keep talking about this. Okay, but it's actually taking care of yourself like in a way that is really, truly happening and authentic. Stop pretending like you're taking care of yourself just because you theoretically know how to, because you're smart. So you're smart enough to know what nutrition is. You're smart enough to know that you need to breathe. You're smart enough to know that rest is important. You know all of this stuff. You've gathered this knowledge. It's time to actually do the things that help you feel like a supported and happy and healthy human being. That's really on you. And that could be the revolutionary act that needs to be done. Because no, we don't want someone who has all these responsibilities with the family or with the job and with the blah, blah, blah and the blah, blah, blah to show up at the community organized, whatever the thing is, half a person. We want a whole person. So we want you to take care of yourself for real, the ways you already know how, so that as these planets move into Aquarius in 2021, you'll be okay, because we need Aquarius. So we need you to take care of yourself. Okay? That's not about sex, but that needed to be said, because you know what I'm talking about too. Don't even act like you don't know. I know that you know. All right.
You guys should always close this door tight.
Purging. So if you can, purge some of the frustration that you've been having around what's been going down. If you can get some of that out of your system on Sunday, 12/13 at night, it would be wonderful. So you can write down all kinds of stuff that's happened that has made you feel frustrated, and then burn it or rip it up into a million little pieces, okay? Another thing that is important for right now, in addition to taking care of your nutritional rest, hydration, emotional health needs, all of that, is to consider if you have an energy hygiene practice. So it could be as simple as, like, when you brush your teeth in the morning, you're checking in with how you feel and defining your own energy space and beginning to understand what you feel like. And then at the end of the day, you're brushing your teeth and releasing whatever energy you took in. Just thinking it, okay? Just thinking, I release what I picked up today. I release what I picked up from my boss. I release what I picked up from my partner. I release the stress that my child passed on to me during homeschool. All these things, like, intentionally let it go. It's discipline. It is discipline. And I know it's annoying and not glamorous or interesting, but it's going to help you to feel better. If you've been feeling great, you don't need this. It's only if you haven't been feeling great, right? Learn how you feel energetically. And then touch yourself and experience what you feel like physically. Have some sensational experiences. So touching your own skin and feeling pleasure, it doesn't have to necessarily lead to sexual touch. It can be sensual touch. Bringing in a practice, a consent practice with yourself. If you grew up in a household where you were shamed for touching yourself, or you experienced other people being shamed for engaging in acts of sexual pleasure, if you never talked about it, if people got weird about sex scenes, if, all number of things that happened when we were kids that gave us some sort of complexes to deal with. If any of that took place and you in your adult experience are having trouble relaxing or achieving orgasm, if you have some trust traps with your partner, it's a strange way to say it, but it's almost like sometimes things are fine, but there's some other things that happen that it's like you don't trust them and they don't trust you. So starting a consent practice in a partnership can be really awkward because you're already together. But if there are some trust issues and you have some difficulty experiencing pleasure with them or with yourself, this is something to really look into. So
also,
before,
you guys should get her product at thelightgoddessalchemy.com.
Thank you, babe. You're so sweet. He's so great. Okay. Consent practice with self. Asking or thinking, is it okay? Is this okay? As you touch your shoulder or whatever, you could do anything as you wash your face. Giving yourself permission to touch yourself so that you can move forward. Just try it out. I know it's a little bit awkward, but I think it could be very fulfilling Return to body, self-touch, body gratitude, potentially with a partner, could be so healing. Would it be wild for you to touch and enjoy your physical body in front of your partner? Maybe that would be wild. Try it. Love you. Bye-bye.